Check. When I was to you, I knew you were the one for me. Come through, dig the sound. I swear the whole world could do you empty. Crowd around. I used to cop a lot, but never cop no drop. Hold mics like ponytails tight and bobble ops. Stop and stick around, come through and dig the sound of the fly brown 6060 cycle. Who throws a dick around? Bound to go 3 plat. Came to destroy rap. It's an intricate plot of a b-boy strap. Fem stack cats get kidnapped. Then release a statement to the press. Let the rest know who did that. Metal fist terrorists claim responsibility. Broken household name usually set in hostility.
How's that for some ASMR? Welcome back. Alex chose to have no friends again. I have just been too busy. It's crazy. The amount of shit that's happened in just 2 weeks. I've been just, excuse me. Give me a second. Don't judge me. It's my oxygen tank. Anyways. Yes, shit's been crazy. It's only been 2 weeks since I filmed, right? So the drifting episode came out. Hope you guys watched that. It was pretty fucking cool. It's only gonna get better. I'm excited. We are filming again at the end of March. And then we'll have the episode out 6 weeks after filming. So that'll be cool. And then once we get together 10 episodes, I'm going to start submitting it to networks, see what we can do with that. But anyways, aside from that, I got a lot of shit going on. Not to sound like I'm all about myself, but let's be honest, I am very selfish, very, very selfish. Otherwise, I would have built a white picket fence and had 3 children by now. But that's not what we're doing. We're planning for the future. But anyways, I've got less than 6 weeks to open my club. I'm not like stressed out per se. I have a lot of things on my plate, which is my own doing, but these are things that I'm excited about. So it's not like a type of stress to where I'm like hating my life, right? Like working a million hours at a corporate job or something. But I just have a lot of things on my plate and not a lot of time. I'm noticing I'm working, sometimes I'm on my laptop, making posters, doing whatever until like 10:30, 11 until it's time to go to bed. I'm still going to shows, still going to open mics. This is like, let me give you a rundown of my day. Basically, I wake up in the morning, I make my coffee, I shit, I shave, I go to work, okay? I go to work, I work for, 8 hours, whatever. I come home, get everybody's dinner, like, on a plate and put it in the fridge. So that way it's ready to go. So that way my house is still taken care of because I'm a woman. I'm a wife. I'm a mother to animals. I got to take care of people. I got to clean litter boxes. I got to do things. I can't leave that burden on my husband. So I do that real quick and then I go straight to the club. It's been just progress. A lot of progress. And like literally it's only been like 4 weeks since I've had the keys. We've got everything painted. I've got like signages up, like little things here and there. Got to replace like some things here and there. Got to build the stage, build the bar. That should be done in 2 weeks. My brother is helping me. Thankful for my brother and his wife. Thank you so much. Without you guys, I could not do this. Literally. But anyways, yeah, so I've been just there every single night except for 2 nights I've taken off in the past 4 weeks and stayed home. Or maybe 3 or 4 if I'm being honest. I don't know. My days have just been like merging together. Like now, I'm taking the day off of leaving the house to do any Mike's shows or go to the club so I can film the podcast. And I'm going to play video games tonight. I don't care how much of a piece of shit I am. It's called self-care, okay? So I'm going to play video games for a couple hours tonight to just like unwind my mind, because when I'm not focused on something, I got to take these tags off. When I'm not, anyways, that's better. Just a zip tie. Oh, I got these from Goodwill. $5.99, guys. You don't have to spend $600 on a pair of glasses. Anyways, yeah, so I'm taking the day off today. Just do the fucking podcast, get it done, get it over with. I literally have nobody here today because I don't have time for company, which is so gay and selfish of me to say, but I don't right now. I literally, right before I did this, I did the dishes, and then before that, I was working on posters for the headliners. So, like, yeah, you'd be asking, like, Alex, why are you doing this all by yourself? Because I have to. Like, I cannot hire anybody to help me, which is, it's fine. I'm like cool with that. Like, I like being hands and knees on the ground, not in the way that you might think, but you know what I'm saying. You know, I like getting in the dirt and the grit and learning everything so I can know things. So that way, if something fails or if something goes wrong, I can fix it. I don't have to call somebody. I don't have to rely on somebody else. I bought my own set of tools with my husband's guidance for the club so I could have things. If something breaks, I can fix it. If there's, I'm learning about wall anchors. I used my first wall anchor the other day. I was so proud of myself. I was like, oh my God, I don't have to do what I did in my studio room and just like bang a couple nails in there and hope that something doesn't fall on somebody's head, which is why I have people sign release forms. But I just gotta make sure my dinner. Oh shit. See, it doesn't stop. I just got an email about somebody's tickets. I can the problem is like if I put it off, I'll forget. Somebody's not attending one of the upcoming shows, so they asked if they could transfer the names under somebody else's names. And I'm like, that's cool. Cause like, I mean, we don't do resales. Like you can't resell your tickets. But if I get a personal message from the person's email and they tell me they're not attending and that they're giving the tickets to somebody else, and I can verify that their order is there and I can verify the people's names and verify it's from her email. I'm sorry, their email, whatever. I don't use fucking pronouns. All right. Yeah. I've got all gender restroom signs, but who gives a shit? Okay. Anyways, all I'm trying to say, this is what I've been doing. I'm just constantly like going. So like that's why I'm like I am gonna take self-care tonight and literally just be a lazy piece of shit, eat a quesadilla, and play Battlefield 6 or Cyberpunk, because that's what I've been playing that I haven't gotten to play in literally a month. So I have to do this. Like I have to make sure I keep doing this to where I'm like balancing my energy, because if I don't want comedy to drain me. I want to keep this excitement. Which is why I'm not hosting any of the shows unless the energy is right. I have one show once a month that I booked myself to host. And it's not even a show, it's an open mic on a Monday. And I'm not booking myself to host unless I'm asked to by the headliner or, feature or, a guest spot, whatever it might be, unless I'm asked to by a headliner or there's a last minute situation where nobody else is available and I just have to fill the spot. which in that case, I'm also the bartender and the photographer. And, I hope you guys understand that, like, I'm not building this place. Everybody is building this place. Be like, Alex, you got the money and you're doing all the business effort behind it. Yeah, that's my part. But it takes everybody else, the hosts that I've booked, for them to want to host and not even really expect anything. Obviously, I'm going to take care of them in the way that the business can, but it takes literally a community to build this fucking place. So when I'm able to get a bigger spot where we have like a podcast studio that everybody can use and like, a a green room and it seats maybe more like instead of 60 people, maybe like 75 to 100, something like that. A little bit of a bigger bar, a bigger space, that will happen because of everybody. Because I'm telling you right fucking now, there is no way I could there's no way I can run this place by myself. I have a whole group chat of people who are willing to help off of, tips for music and the timer and the TV screen that goes behind the comedians. Like these people are offering to help. And without these people, I'm telling you right now, this place wouldn't exist. I wouldn't exist, because this is all I have besides my husband and, comedy. I mean, this is all I've realized that the reason everything's been happening, so like alignment wise, like, getting the funding, locking in the keys, like literally the week of, and like everything happened in like a weekend. Like this all happened within a month. I'm sorry, like a month and maybe a week. Like it's been like 5-6 weeks. All of this happened. And then now I have these people helping me and reaching out and wanting to host and wanting to help with sound and help with, whatever, and cause I'm still going to travel for comedy every 3 months, so it's without these people, this place, it takes everybody to build this place. That's all I'm getting to. But anyways, it's going to look so cool. Like this vision, like collectively just came together based off of like the logo. So like everything is like kind of like its style. Like it has a, like it's like the club is its own entity. Like it has its own style. It has like when you see our posters, you're going to know it's Alex's Underground Comedy Club. Like when you see videos or clips, or you're going to know it's Alex's Underground Comedy Club. And we don't have to shove it in your face. It's just it's an entity with a style, if that makes sense. I know I sound crazy, and that's fine. But anyways, it's been a lot. I've been doing that pretty much every day, and then all day on Saturday. I make sure I try to stay home on Sunday. But even if I'm staying home, I'm still getting something done a majority of the day, and then I try to chill out at like 8. But this Sunday, I was on my computer doing things until about 10:45. So, but that happens, and it feels good to get things done because I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm like trekking ahead a little bit. Now, the thing that's super like really kind of like getting to me a little bit is dealing with the beer and wine license. I haven't even started the process, which is the problem. So I need to get that done this week. It's not about my procrastination. It's just about how things have to be done in order to get it smoothly. I'm learning everything as I go. I'm using ChatGPT at its to my best ability to help me determine things. Like I have to have, I have to apply to the state to get approval to hold a license. Then I got to apply to the city to get the license. But before I can get the license, they have to come out and do inspections and check ADA, check capacity, check waste management, check all these things to get approval for a beer and wine license. It's all about controlling money, right? Which is fine, whatever. The government's how the government is, and if you want to play, you have to play their games, which is stupid. But it takes a minimum of 30 days. This is where I'm stressed out. So the problem is my dumbass. If you guys don't know this, when you apply to get your business under the state of Florida through Sunbiz, you can't put, I knew this because I usually read shit, but because I've been putting so much shit through their system, I've been like, just not reading things, right? I put an apostrophe in my business name, and it's not for my comedy club, it's for the bar. I put an apostrophe in my business name like an idiot. You can't put special characters in your business name. So they sent me an email a week later, because usually I get the ID, the forms immediately as soon as I apply for a business. And I was like, why is it taking so long? And then I get a response back that I made a mistake on the entity name. I have to change it. No special characters allowed. So I did it. And then I haven't gotten an email back. It's been a whole week. I need it. As soon as I get it, I can apply for the state and to the city and start getting the ball rolling, but I can't. I cannot apply for anything right now. So I'm just like, a little bit. And I have backup plans because I am, regardless of the circumstance of the beer and wine license, I have backup plans. So don't think that this is going to stop me from opening the dates that we're going to make it work. Whatever it takes. There's always something that can work, It's a nonprofit organization. I could get a temporary permit. I could hire a bartender, a licensed bar service to come out. Maybe BYOB if it's legal. But not for the headliner shows, which kind of knocks me down to those two other options. Because if I do BYOB, it's too late for that. I can't do that. But I've got options. I can figure it out. Alex Barboza is smart enough to get it done. But I think if as soon as I apply, which I have a week left before I'm under the 30-day mark, I have until, how many days are in? I'm really just talking to myself when I'm talking to you guys. There's 28 days in February. So I have to submit. If I can submit that shit by Friday, I'm happy. Because that gives me 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. That gives me 36 days. Which is still stressful because it can take up to 60. But I'm going to hound them. I'm going to submit my shit. I'm going to call them. I'm going to email them. Everything I do, I'm going to get that shit done in 30 days. I'm going to have it by February 28th. I will have my beer and wine license. Right? What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm terrified. If I show you my true feelings, I'm terrified. I just haven't had time to think about it. It's terrifying. I'm a child. Like I said in my last podcast, I'm a child and I'm trying to run a fucking business. Who am I? Anyways. Sorry. It's CBD, for anyone asking. CBD's nuts. All right. I'm sorry. Anyways. Okay. Um, yeah, so I don't know. It'll work out. I'll make it happen. I know I can make it happen. I'll make shit happen. If I have to just do BYOB for the open mics and the local showcases and then just do hire a bar service for the headliner shows, that's fine. You know, if I have to spit out, break even, whatever it takes. But we can get there. We can do it, right, Bushy Tail? Yeah, he's sitting in the other chair. Yeah, so that's been going on. And then I'm trying to do a paintball party with a bunch of comedians. I haven't played paintball since I was a kid. Last time I tried to play paintball, it was my birthday and nobody showed up. But this was like years ago when I had no friends and I just invited people who weren't my friends because I'd talked to them before and I thought they would show up. I thought at least one person would show up. Nobody showed up. Not a single, that typical story about a kid throwing a birthday party and nobody coming, that happened to me. It's probably why I have a hard time making friends. Because I know you won't show up to my party. Anyways, yeah. I don't even know what's really going on with the world anymore either. Because I've been like so buried in my shit that I'm like, which is fine. It's good to stay distracted and stay focused on what I'm meant to be doing. Yeah, so couple weeks we should have the bar and stage done. I'm trying to, before I go to, because I'm going to Atlanta the first week of February, which is 2 weeks. So I'm hoping it's probably not going to happen until I get back, to be honest. But at least when I get back, I got to paint the floors, the concrete floors. So I'm just going to try to button everything up by the time I get back. Have all my shit submitted, beer and wine license, push for that shit. And then when I get back, I'm going to finish all the posters by the end of this month. At least the ones that I have. I still have tons of shows to book. Please send headliners my way. I need a lot of them. Like a lot. Like a shit ton. But yeah. And if you're a headliner, please, if you haven't already, fill out the booking form. We have a booking form. It's not for me to be an asshole. It's for me to keep track of you guys and what shows you've been booked on. So the system I use, I can see what shows you've been on, how many shows you've been on. I also keep note of whether you're a headliner, feature, host, showcase, level. I keep track of the new comedians too. So please, if you're a new comedian in Florida and you want to be on an amateur showcase, please apply. Like if you just started comedy, I don't care how long you've been doing comedy, we have an amateur showcase where we give you guys more than 5 minutes every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Please fill out the form. I will book you. This place is a ladder for comedians. It's for everybody to have the opportunity. You may not be the biggest guy, or you may be the biggest guy, but it's meant for everybody to have the opportunity to become that guy. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so basically, Mondays, Tuesdays, open mics, or Monday open mics, Tuesday at 6, we have the comedy class. When the comedy class isn't going on, we'll just have an open mic. And then Tuesdays, we have the amateur showcase. Wednesday, you have the kind of mid-level showcase, which you have like hosts, features actively working in the scene, people visiting from all over. Sometimes we might have special drop-ins that, maybe they belong on a headliner show. You never know who's going to pop into Alex's Underground Comedy. It's that's why we call it the secret show. That's already a coined term, but I just didn't know what else to call it. It's a secret lineup. So it's just secret show every Wednesday at 9 p.m. So that's like, up and coming people that have been grinding really hard. They're really funny, coming from all over or local. And then Thursday we have a little higher. We also have Wednesday we have a headliner, like a local headliner. The locals will also be doing like weekends too sometimes, depending on what's going on. But yeah, so we have that. And then Thursdays we have like a little bit higher level, just a feature showcase where we have 3 features do their feature sets, 25 minutes each, and then we have a host, and then maybe we'll throw in a guest sometimes, but we're going to keep that show tight. And then we have headliners on a headliner on Thursday at 7. The feature showcase is at 9. The 7 p.m. headliner show. It could be locals if we don't have somebody from out of town. That's kind of the way I'm basing the Thursdays. And then Friday is back-to-back headliner shows. We have, again, if nobody's out of town, locals fill in. Same thing with Saturdays. And then what's cool about Friday night is we have a late night open mic called the Witching Hour Mic, hosted by Gene Meyer. That is going to be really cool. Sign-ups at 10:30. Late night open mic every Friday. Has to be a good time, right? And then Saturday night, we have Antoine hosting the Dark and Dirty show, which that's like a showcase, but again, it's like another spot for locals to get a good late night show. Hopefully we have great audiences out there every night. That would be great. But yeah, it's kind of like a ladder. So you can kind of work your way up to being a weekend headliner, and there's stepping stones to getting up there. And you may ask, oh, Alex, well, who's judging the funny? Some people may hate to hear this, but it is me. But it's also other people that I trust. If people refer somebody to me and they come and they do amazing, and I'm like, it's not like I'm more analytical when it comes to booking versus like, I mean, obviously, if I'm belly laughing, I would book the guy again. But like, I may not be laughing at your set, but I hear the whole crowd cackling and laughing and, whatever, a majority of the time that you're on stage. And I think that some of your jokes are quite intelligent and original. Like, yeah, that's a good booking to me. So I'm not like, it's not like, just because you're my buddy doesn't mean I'm gonna like book you to feature for fucking that guy or this guy, or like, no, like it's gonna be funny people. It's mostly like, it really is like the underground thing. Like you got to be funny. If you're not funny, you're gonna get funny there. You're not rejected, which I like. You have the opportunity there regardless of where you are in funny. Me, I still consider myself an amateur. I'm nobody, right? I'm still working up to that. But when I look from like the club business perspective, like it's way different. It's just different. And I think it'll work out just fine, especially knowing that like I'm going to be there every single show, every single night, except for when I'm traveling. And I will be watching, except for when I'm taking people's drink orders, because I'm also the bartender and the photographer. But when I'm not taking photos and I'm not giving people drinks, I will be watching and listening. If I hear people just fucking, like, if I'm not hearing your whole set, but I'm hearing people belly laughing the whole time, great. I just hope you're not stealing the jokes. But anyways, that's the only thing that is rejected at Alex's Underground Comedy Club is stealing jokes, which there's not a lot of that at all. But anyways, yeah, so it's gonna be really great. I need to just start being confident about the beer and wine license and know that it's not gonna be an issue and I'm gonna get everything passed through, and I'm already doing everything ADA compliant. I'm doing everything with fire code compliance. Like everything is like tackled from every angle, every direction that it needs to be. So I'm gonna button up that fucking beer and wine license February 28th, and we're going to be good to go. I'm going to have a full functioning running bar and club 6 nights a week, Monday through Saturday, guys, because Alex Barboza needs a night off and a day off to cook and clean and be a wife and a woman. Because Monday through Saturday, I'm a big ass grown man. All right. But anyways, other than that, we got Martin Phillips coming to our last Melbourne show Saturday. Pretty cool. I get to host it. We got Selena Ubias doing a guest spot, and we got C. Dillard featuring. C. Dillard is a murderer. If you don't know it, you better get to know him. He's going to be on Netflix one day. Anyways. I think that's it. I just wanted to come talk about the club again for 30 minutes. Like, pretty much say the same thing I said 2 weeks ago. But that's all that's on my brain. So, like, if I had anybody here, that's all we'd be talking about. Is the same thing I'm talking about right now, because I'm a selfish bitch. I love you. You get me in a room and start asking me questions about myself and how I feel and what I've been doing. Ooh, I'm gonna lock the door. You won't be able to escape. I know it looks like I'm reaching for a weapon, but I'm not. I don't know where to put my hands. But this has been fun. Guys, I will be back again. I was supposed to go do a feature show this Friday, but I think the club booked a feature. There was a mix up, something, but it's okay. It's fine. I honestly was a little scared, if I'm being honest. I was like, featuring? I've done it, but not a lot. I'm working on it. I still refining my jokes, but I can do the time on stage, that's for sure. But doesn't mean it'll be good. But anyways, love you guys. Not really. Actually, I do. Thank you for watching. This has been Alex Has No Friends, number whatever the fuck. Thank you for coming. And have a good night. Fucking podcast bullshit. You want a piece of me? You want a piece of me?
That shit keep working that bad, and I'm about to throw the shit